So I'm here with Dale Gifford, who is a founding organizer here of SaltCon. Dale, so tell us about the big convention here.
So the SaltCon board game convention. This is our 7th year. We had a goal this year of 800 attendees, and we have broken that goal.
Oh wow!
Last year we had 675, so we're really excited about that.
How many did you have this year? Do you know?
It's over 800, but I'm not sure exactly what it's at.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So how many vendors do you have?
We have 23 this year.
Okay. Very
23.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's a lot. Last year was 15.
That's So it's growing pretty steadily there.
Definitely.
So what are the highlights of this convention this year?
So we always have our Ion Award, which is an unpublished prototype game convention. So we have judges that are industry producers like Eagle and Griffin Games, and they come in and they judge the entrants, and they select the best in 2 different categories. And then it's our Ion Award. We have a play to win games. We have like 60 play to win games this year.
Oh wow!
So any attendee can check it out of the game library and play it and have a chance to win it. Our game library, which is back over here, and we have over 800 games in our game library. So again, any attendee can check them out and play them. And then we have a lot of tournaments this year, which has been great. And then, of course, we have our panels again. So
very cool, very cool. That's awesome. I'm assuming you expect even bigger growth next year.
Yes. Yeah. So the first 5 years, we had about 50% growth every year.
Okay.
Which was crazy because you bounce from venue to venue because you just outgrow everything.
Right.
Last year we had about 20% growth, and this year we're going to have 20-something% growth. So we expect roughly that 20% growth again for next year.
And was this same venue last year here?
Yeah, we were here last year.
Okay.
And we will be here in 2016 and 2017. We're already contracted.
Oh, okay. Very cool, very cool. We saw the Star Wars tournament going on there. A lot of tournaments going on?
Yeah, we've had Star Wars. We've had Cubeni. We had Muse. We had Coconuts. We've had Chopsticks Dexterity Mega Dexterity Challenge, like 3,000. I don't know. The game that name is really long.
Right.
We've had Ticket to Ride. We've had. I'm trying to think of them all. We've had a lot. We had the Master of Games tournament, which is everybody plays 4 games, and you get points based on your position in the games, and then whoever gets the most points is the Master of Games.
Oh wow!
So yeah, we've had a lot of tournaments.
Well, that's very cool. Well, thank you very much, Dale.
Thank you.
All right,
appreciate it.
So, do you find that you feel like you're kind of in the minority as far as like women that play games, that play board games?
Yeah, but I'm married to a gamer, so I feel really supportive.
I'm not surprised, to be honest with you, because I'm used to women playing games. You know what I mean?
Okay, we're here with Christopher Urenko,
right,
of Daft Concepts.
Yes.
And tell us what you got here.
So what we did is it's just a custom laser cut Firefly board with the expansion. So it's a dyed Baltic birch that we then laser etched, and then we put that in a frame. It's got a UV printed acrylic layer that goes over top of that, so all the lettering is underneath it, so it's smooth. You can play out. Then the whole thing's set up just in a picture frame, so that when you're not playing it, you can hang it on the wall. But as you see, we're playing it right now. We've got the expansion and the main board available, so it's quite the beautiful piece.
That is absolutely beautiful. You got this for other games too, you're saying?
Yeah. So we get requests for them, and so then we just work them out, and we come up with kind of cool designs that allow people to kind of show it off at the same time, and then just have something for the game they love.
That is very cool. Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much.
All right.
So now let me ask you a question though. When you play this game, as you're building these villages, does it give you kind of a god complex? As you micromanage the lives of all these tiny 8-bit characters.
It does give you the feeling of being a king, settling new lands, building villages.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, so we're here with Ben Hilliard from Daedalus Productions. What do you got here?
A great question. So what we've got here is we make inserts for board games, very similar to many others. But our focus is on how can we get the game to the table faster. I know we've all had that day where we thought, hey, we want to play our favorite game, but our spouse, our friends, whoever said, no, I don't want to wait for you to set it up.
Right.
So if you're familiar with Merchants of Venus, it's a 20-minute setup, 20-minute teardown, and it's my personal favorite game. So I thought, how can we eliminate that barrier? So with our insert, being a quick start, quick play insert, we decided that We got to do something to fix that. So with it, I can have this game set up, ready to play in under a minute, or right around 1 minute. So with 20 minutes on front, 20 minutes on back of cleanup and setup, 40 minutes, 3 minutes to clean up now with the insert.
More time to play.
5 minutes, 35 minutes spare. That's another game.
That's great. That is awesome.
So that's really our focus and our goal.
All right, wonderful. So this is Merchants of Venus, and what other games you got back there?
Okay, so we've got Eclipse, and our Eclipse insert, also our goal is to always take expansions and make sure we can get them in the same box. Okay. Because another problem we have is shelf space, right?
Right, absolutely.
For those of us that are board game junkies, we got issues. So, our Eclipse insert holds Rise of the Ancients as well as Ship Pack 1.
Okay.
All in the same box, same type of insert, 3 minutes to set up to play.
Okay,
versus the standard 20 or so. Robinson Crusoe, Dead of Winter, not Captains of Industry. This is a Michael Mendez plug right here. So make sure we get it, TMG. Great game. Dead of Winter, Cosmic Encounter. This is all 6, I believe it's 6 anyway, expansions, also put into the one box. So people that love Cosmic love their Cosmic and want more Cosmic. So we made sure you got it in one box. Small World. This includes Days of Wonders. It fits Days of Wonders Encyclopedia, their new 5 and 6 player map, the Spiderweb expansion, plus everything else. Marvel Dice Masters, making sure this one will fit everything in 6 dice quantities if you want to go up that high per character. Everything for Avengers vs. X-Men as well as Uncanny X-Men. So it'll fit 2 dice games. We also do it for Warriors as well as Dungeons & Dragons, and we're looking at figuring out something for Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, wow.
So, and then we also make funny, stupid things like our Dice Tower. I've always wondered, hey, how can I get a Dice Tower that will take on King of Tokyo dice?
Right.
And so we made sure we had one that will. Also those games that require just a ton of dice.
Right.
So this game, as you can see, will take a lot of dice and big dice.
That's awesome. That's freaking cool.
That's a little bit. We also do Eldritch Horror and La Havre. And Caverna, which is it got stolen.
You cannot put Caverna in the box it comes in. How can you possibly?
We did it.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, all right.
All right, so I'm here with Jen. I've been having a conversation with Jen, and so I thought I'd write a song. Now, so far you've said the games you like are Lords of Waterdeep and Lords of Vegas?
Yes.
What other games do you like?
Let's see. I played a new one this week called Camel Up. It's kind of really fun.
Camel Up?
You're racing camels. Right. It's pretty awesome.
Do you do anything else besides board games, Jen?
I place foreign exchange students, so I work with kids from all over the world.
Okay. All right, here we go. I'm gonna sing a song about a girl named Jen. That's right. Let me say it again. There are lots of things that she can't afford. That's why she always likes to play games with lords. Lords of Waterdeep, Lords of Vegas too. Also Lords of Foreign Exchange students is what she do. I'm talking about Jen. I'm gonna sing it again, Jen. That's all I got.
Well, that's awesome.
It was all right.
Sometimes it's a robot with 6 eyes. Sometimes it's a robot that's 5 tiles tall, or a long arm, or 4 arms, or whatever. Sometimes it's a sexy robot. Yes, that dances. All right. I think I'm getting sold on this one. All right. And you have.
What I like about your robots is I like that most robots are have high technology, whereas this one uses a spring for legs. I think there's a lot of that old technology that they aren't utilizing in robot technology as much as they should, and I think this highlights that really well.
Why not have a springy robot?
Right, exactly, right? It's like, I don't understand how robot hydraulics work, but I get a spring. I get that.
Hello, we're here with Michael Coe with Epic.
So
Tiny Epic Kingdoms? Gameland Games.
Yeah.
There's a game store called Epic Games, and so I got confused. I'm thinking Epic Games. No.
right.
Gameland Games.
That's my fault. I branded Tiny Epic so well that
You
it's
did.
synonymous with my
You
game
did.
company
I think
name.
they're games. I think they're Epic Games. So all right. So you got the Tiny Epic Kingdoms, which we reviewed on the Discriminating Gamer. Great game. Check it out. You got Tiny Epic Defenders here, and you got Tiny Epic Galaxies coming out. When does Tiny Epic Galaxies come out?
I'm hoping to get that to backers in September, and then shortly after we'll hit retail. So this year.
Wonderful, wonderful. So tell us about these games for those people that don't know about them.
Oh, absolutely. So Tiny Epic, like you said, is a series. We've got 3 games in the series now, and we're going to be expanding the series for quite some time. But what Tiny Epic does is it seeks out this big game experience that's typically reserved for big box games, $100 games, big grand experiences and time length to play. I mean, 2-hour-long games kinds of things. And it takes that experience and finally weaves it into a small package with very simple, approachable rules, very teachable, and plays in a half hour. And Scott Alms, the designer of the Tiny Epic series, has a very particular talent for doing this. And we've seen it with Tiny Epic Kingdoms, taking a big 4X conquest civilization experience and finally taking it down into that small form factor. Again, with Tiny Epic Defenders, which is a tower defense style cooperative game. Yet again with Tiny Epic Galaxies, an intergalactic conquest game driven by a dice mechanic with comboing. And all sorts of great things going on in that one. And we have some plans. Just announced recently the expansion, the first full box expansion for Tiny Epic Kingdoms. That'll be hitting Kickstarter this summer. So
what is that going to bring to the game? Can you tell us?
A ton more replayability through extra factions, additional territories, including extra regions, new mechanics, new resource. Heroes join the battle. They bring quite an awesome element to the game. The build option is a little bit expanded. Every time players build, they're laying down tower cubes in the region, so you're seeing in real-time representation the player's progress on the tower by how the board is starting to stack up. When you take these tower pieces over, however, you can knock players down from the tower now. So yeah, a ton of good stuff is being introduced to the game.
That's very cool. Now I played like Clash of Civilizations like the same week I played Tiny Epic Kingdoms, and it's funny how you get that big box fill and then the little tiny box, and you do get that same civilization building feeling. What does Tiny Epic Galaxies now? Is that cooperative or competitive?
So Tiny Epic Galaxies is competitive.
Okay.
And unlike Tiny Epic Kingdoms, where you have a faction with all its preset abilities, in Galaxies, all the players start with their own galaxy, and they're competing against each other across the universe to try to take over the greatest planets in the universe and acquire their abilities and bring them into their galaxy. So it's a bit more of a pick and choose and kind of create your own galactic faction. So that's one element, but it's all driven by the dice rolling. You roll the dice, that tells you what actions you can play, but the order in which you lock the dice in and activate them is super critical. It's all resolved in real time, tons of meaningful decision, and then you got to be aware that other players can follow your actions depending on their management of resources. So it's not unlikely that another player will have a better result on your turn than even yourself. No downtime.
That's cool. My favorite thing about Tiny Epic Kingdoms was the variety of the factions. I thought that was so cool how you could do that, and each had their own like tech tree kind of a thing or magic tree, whatever. I thought that was super fantastic. So thank you very much,
Absolutely.
And we will be looking forward to Tiny Epic Galaxies when it comes out.
Cool. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
This is Gene, and we're gonna sing. I'm going to sing a song for Gene. Okay, but I need to ask you a few questions really quick, Gene.
Okay.
First off, tell me what's your favorite board game, do you think?
Oh, no.
If you had to choose one.
One?
Yeah.
I'll go with a new one that I played this time, which was the Alchemist.
So you're very easily swayed then, because when you just barely played, it's not your favorite game. It's called The Alchemist?
Alchemist? I think that's what it's called.
The Alchemist. All right.
Alchemist?
Okay, so it's called
Something
The Alchemist.
like
Why do you
that.
like the game The Alchemist?
I don't know, because it's cool.
Because it's cool. All right, you like The Alchemist because it's cool.
Okay, we could go to Legendary. Legendary card game.
Legendary card game. That's the DC one, right?
Yeah.
Legendary
That's
DC?
Marvel. I don't know. It's all the same to me.
Superheroes. All right, so it's Legendary Marvel one. Okay, and you like Alchemy.
Yeah.
But you don't know why. But it's pretty cool.
It was cool. Well, I killed everyone.
You killed everybody.
I won.
Okay.
I just won.
You just won, which is murder. song about a girl who's mean. I'm talking about a girl in a red shirt, her name is Jean. That's right, oh can't you see? She likes to murder, likes to maim when she plays alchemy. That's right, there's Spider-Man, gonna kill him just as quickly as she can. That's right, my girl Jean rocks, but when it comes to playing marbles, she would rather be Doc Ock. Oh, Mean Jean, she's such a scream. Mean Jean, the end.
That was awesome!
Alright, that was good. Thank you, Jean.
Thank you, that was great.
Super easy game.
When do I grab the gun and kill somebody?
That's what you're trying to do.
I know, that's what I'm asking.
How soon can I do that?
Yeah, exactly. Can I do it now? No? Alright. I think in this cynical world, I think shoot your enemies might be also a good title.
It's not bad.
Because I have way more enemies than friends.
Somebody said maybe you should make a shoot your siblings.
Shoot your siblings. There's a game over there called Shoot Your Heroin. Totally different game. Right. Totally different. But there is a needle, and you get to it as quick as you can.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, no.
Picked up the gun and shot me.
Would this have been a match?
Almost. You need one more Viking to make a match up.
Oh, one more Viking. Although I feel like the gorilla shouldn't be able to, his fingers would be too fat to get in the trigger, so I don't know.
It looks like it's however, in this case, you also have the great grandma card of point value 1. You throw it down and you pick it up.
This is free?
like a wild card.
This is like old maid.
Yeah,
this is like a sadistic, murderous old maid.
Absolutely.
Is what you created here.
You pick up.
That is fantastic.
I'm here with Trent Howell from the Board Game Family. Trent, how are you enjoying SaltCon?
Oh, I love it. That's great, yeah.
How many years have you been coming to SaltCon?
About 6 years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, and what, this is the biggest one, I guess, so far.
Yeah.
And what are you seeing? What are you playing here?
I'm going for a lot of different family games. Okay. So one I really like is Colt Express, with some robbers on a train, a little Western theme.
Yeah, that's cool. It's got a little three-dimensional train. We saw that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's pretty good. And then Sheriff of Nottingham.
Oh, I still haven't played that. I got to play that.
That was one I think I've laughed the most this whole time, because it's just trying to put bluff cards through and trying to pass some contraband past the sheriff, and everybody's...
Right.
It was a hoot. It was a laugh.
That's great. That's great.
You think you're getting something through, and then the sheriff checks your cards and you got to pay him, and it's a fun stuff.
That's cool. That's cool stuff. So, what are you doing on Board Game Family now? What are you guys up to there?
Continue to do a bunch of reviews. Still doing video reviews and written reviews. We'll do a review about once a week. And then we also write articles about family gaming. So
cool.
How to find time with family, what to do, how to pick which games that you want to pick when everybody wants something different. So very focused on family type games. So
that's very cool. That is very cool. And Memoir 44 is still your favorite?
It is. Well, for the 2-player game, that.
Yeah. I played Command & Colors Napoleonics last night. Have you played that?
I haven't. Yeah.
You got to play that. That's a great game.
Cool.
It's like Memoir, but I think it's even better. So.
Oh, nice. I'll have to check it out.
All right, Trent. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Thanks, Cody.
All right.
Oh, with the ladies, I'm not much of a Casanova. I never know quite what to say. But baby, don't start thinking this day is over, or I'll vaporize you with this here death ray. Oh, 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 it's not easy being a genius. It's not easy being a super evil genius. Oh, whoa, 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 you don't know how I feel, so you must be killed because you're not an evil genius like me.
Well, SaltCon, we've had some laughs, 1 or 2 tears, but I tell you what, it's been fun.
Anything else you want to say? Something amusing?
I'll try. Let me, you didn't like that one. All right, well, SaltCon, I tell you, I've been to many a board game convention, but none has enlivened my spirits as much as this one. This is the only one I've been to, but it's been very good. Thank you, SaltCon.
It's not easy being a genius, a super evil genius. You don't know how I feel, so you must be killed because you're not an evil genius like me.
Because of budget cutbacks, the Earth Star Alliance has only given us 1 escape pod.